Yes, so we have seen the results of the survey and talked with the L&D professionals last year, and the consensus there seems to be that the LXP is the next evolutionary step beyond the LMS. And it's often thought to be kind of a consumer grade. There are lots of buzzwords used as well, and we have published a blog about those buzzwords, but it's often thought to be a consumer grade platform and brings learners this kind of unified learning experience, combines all these different types of learning from all these different sources, whether they were inside or outside the organization. And it's a move from more traditional self-paced learning into this whole broad universe of different types of learning with the group assignments, face-to-face, virtual instructor training, on-the-job assessments, ebooks, uh, audiobooks, what have you, all these different types of learning. The learning is no more thought to be just self-paced learning or classroom training. Everything counts, and you have to be able to track how people are learning and what's happening there. So in a sense, it ties all this together into these learning paths. It structures into learning paths or learning plans, as some call them. And LXPs make it possible to track that, all those different types of learning and skills development there.
So basically, we're looking at a more social take on networked learning. So how about some of those social aspects?
Yeah. So when we look at the ideology behind the LMS and LXPs, there's one key difference in there. In LMS solutions, the experience, the learning experience is more driven by the administrators. They assign these contents and these learning items to the learners, and the learners need to take that to stay compliant or to learn skills. But the learning experience platforms come from a bit different angle. They come from more learner-driven approach, social and collaborative approach. So the learners can recommend something to their colleagues. They can share some items that they stumbled upon. They can share them to their colleagues. And it's more like collaborational learning. So when I learn something, I want to help you learn the same thing as well. So I'm going to share this perfect piece of content with you. That's kind of the ideology of LXPs. And in general, this might be my opinion as well, but learning with LXPs is seen more something that the learner wants to do. And it's like learners need and want to learn these new skills, and the platform supports them in doing so. The platform makes those intelligent recommendations and personalize the learning experience. And on the back end, then the companies can see the skills gaps in the organization, and they can patch them by creating all these learning paths that will teach you those skills. And you can also track as an organization how the skills gaps are being patched there. So there's that kind of a difference in the approaches between the LMS and LXP. And use of the AI can't be overemphasized here when speaking about the LXPs. Current LXPs are using all these recommendation algorithms and AI to curate the contents, automatically tag the contents, and also perform some administrative tasks so that it makes it easier for everybody to use the platform. So there's that in the LXPs as well. And we see this growing way further in the future as well. I think there's a lot of untapped power available there.